All right, today we're going to work on this heel a little bit here. I'm going to sand that off with this little drum sander thing here. I'm going to sand this off to the shape I want, and then we'll look at quite possibly gluing the neck in then, and we'll go from there. I'm going to turn the vacuum on, so it's going to get pretty noisy in here. Nice. All right, I got it roughly shaped in the way I want it. Yeah, I could have used a bandsaw and cut that off a little bit, but oh well, I used the sander instead. I just thought it was safer to use the sander. I noticed a couple of spots here where it looks like it had some nails in the wood. I'll have to fill those in after the fact, before I clear coat it. So that happens when you're using used wood. Anyway, there's what it kind of sort of looks like. We'll place the neck in there and get an overall view of it here. So that's kind of what it looked like on the back. It kind of cleans that clunky look off of it. And probably after I glue the neck in, then we'll take and I'm going to file this inward this way towards the neck a little bit to make it a little more comfortable on the higher frets up here. So that's our next step. We're going to glue it in. Alrighty, I'll bring it back in just a bit. Alright, now that I got that neck heel kind of figured out the way I want it, we're going to go ahead and glue this thing up. I've been debating if I want to do this and then measure it out for the bridge before I glue it in, but I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it in and then do the bridge, because if I do it the other way around, if I do the bridge first, then there's chances that the neck may move a 1/16 or so or less, you know, and then that'll throw off your measurements here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it in, then we'll deal with the bridge after the glue up. Once this is glued up, then we'll probably have to take a break for part of the day, because I'll have to wait for the neck to dry. I may go ahead and put some more of that hardener on the body, since I routed it over here. And let's see, that'll probably be about it for today, because by the time this dries up, it'll be too hot to come back out here and work. So I'll probably have to come out here tomorrow again and continue on. So this will be a continuation video type thing. I try and do these things all in real time. I try to show you what I do, what it takes me to do in a day. We usually only have a couple hours at the most, or at the moment, to work out here in the shop because of the weather. And so yesterday was a good day. We had about 2 hours, wasn't it? And it just worked out really good. We had a really good day yesterday. My wife and I had a really good time making that video. So anyway, this will be part A, I guess, okay? Part A of part 14. Can you believe it? 14 parts. 14 videos on how to do this pine body. And I didn't expect it to go on this long, but that's just the way it goes. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. I'm rambling on here. I'm just going to go ahead and squirt some glue in this. Forgot to show you. I'm going to show you how to do it. I don't want no complaints. My lovely assistant, see, she's already thinking ahead. She got me some paper towels ready. Again, I just use this Titebond glue, original. I've never had any issues out of it. A lot of you out there have been using that Titebond 3 and 2 and all that stuff, and you really don't need to. Unless you're planning on playing that guitar underwater, I don't see the need in it. So I just spread that around with my fingers. Making sure you get some up on the sides there. I think I mentioned it in one of the videos. This has been a really fun build. It's just neat to take a bunch of wood laying around and just take it and make it into something. I hope I encourage some of you out there to try this on your own. You don't even need all the tools that I use to do this. It just helps make it a little easier if you have some tools, like the drill press and stuff that comes in so handy for doing builds. And honestly, I don't see how any of you guys are doing anything without the drill press. I learned early on it pays to have a drill press. I think I'll put a little bit more glue in there. Again, this is the part of the build. I don't care if you're building cigar boxes or guitars. Not saying a cigar box is not a guitar, because it is, but anything with a neck on it, this is the most crucial part of the build. And if you don't get this set right, then chances are you're not going to get very far. So now we're just going to take and place that neck in there. I'm not going to put any glue on the neck itself. I'm going to push that down in there. And I like to take a piece of wood like this, lay it on there so it doesn't hurt the frets. Just make sure it's in camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to just glue this down, or clamp this down on there. Making sure everything's right where I want it. Looks like we're getting some squeeze out. That's a good sign. Now I do like to over tighten just a tiny bit on the neck. I just want to make sure it's seated all the way down to the bottom. Oh yeah, we're getting plenty of squeeze out at the bottom. That's what I wanted to see. What I'm going to do is, if you'll get me another clamp, show you a little trick of the trade here, if you want to call it that. What I want to do is make sure that this piece right here, can you see that? This side piece right here is up against the neck, so I'm going to put this on there just to help pull that in. It is right up against it, but I want to make sure it is against it, if that makes any sense. So now what you got to do is figure out how you're going to do that. Good question. Give me the longer, I'll get it, it's right here. My wife's phone is pinging. We've had a family emergency this morning, and we're trying to stay on top of it as best we can. So we're staying in communications with our daughter right now. Her daughter had a rather horrific accident with her legs.
Move under here. I don't know if you want that
And
up first.
so we're trying to keep tabs on her and see what's going on. So if you hear my wife's phone pinging, that's what's going on. So anyway, I'm just going to squeeze that side just a little bit here. Like I said, I'm going to try and squeeze this side in a little bit here. Things don't always go as planned. There we go. That's working now. There we go. I got some squeeze out coming out there.
Another towel.
No, it's fine. Alrighty. Well, that's going to be it for a little while. And this actually went pretty fast. So, anyway, the neck is now being glued on to the body. So now it'll be a permanent fixture. And, yeah, the spider webs. I want to thank you all that's been subscribing. I'm up to, what was it? I think I'm 10 shy of 200 now subscribers. And so I thank you all that subscribed. And I thank you very much for all the thumbs up out there. And I really thank you for all the cool comments that I get on some of the stuff that I do. And I appreciate it. And I do what I do. And I don't try to copy anybody. I'm just showing you all what I've learned over all the years of making guitars. And I can't do any better than that. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later on. I'll bring you back in probably tomorrow after I go to pull clamps. And after I pull the clamps, then we're going to place that bridge and quite possibly do the string throughs. And I'll have to set that all up and show you how I do that. And I've changed ways I do that, and I'm going to go over that. There's many ways you can do the string throughs, but the one I hate seeing people do is using a hand drill. You'll never get them in there perfect with a hand drill. And There's some cheat ways to do it that way, but you still don't get them straight. All right, it's been several hours since we glued this up. We're gonna go ahead and unglue it, and I'm gonna go back in the house. We're gonna lock the shop up and try it again tomorrow if I get time to. But anyway, here it is. There it is, all glued in. Trying to see if it'll vibrate. There we go. Ought to be a good player. Alrighty, well that's it for today. Everything looks pretty good. A couple of spots I may have to fill in, but everything else looks pretty good on it. And then, like I said, there was a couple nail hole blemishes in here that I need to fill in. And we'll get there. Looking good. Alrighty, I'll bring you back in a day or two, or sometime next week. Later. Bye now. Alright, this is Stealth Guitar and his wife. We'll be talking at you. Bye now.